welcome to Sarah's Stamper Retreat. Today we're going to be creating 5 easy cards using our pattern paper and ephemera, and I'm going to do that using a gorgeous rainbow kit from Kingston Crafts. So I'll quickly take you through the kit so you can see what you get. Some of mine is cut up because I've been prepping for this video, but obviously you get 12 by 12 pieces of all of these. So you've got loads of rainbow patterns, and all of the Kingston Crafts ones are one size on one side and a smaller version on the other side. So they're double-sided, but you just choose what scale's right for your project as opposed to choosing one pattern over another. So I believe that you get 10 sheets of the pattern paper. And then you also get 10 sheets of the solid cardstock that coordinates. So again, this is double-sided, it's white core cardstock, so you can use it just like normal cardstock, but you can also do any of your techniques like embossing and rubbing back or tearing that are nice to do with the white core cardstocks. And again, these are all 12 by 12, I've just used some already. And then you also get two 12 by 12 laser cut pieces. So you've got the suns and you've got the clouds. Then you get a whole range of 12-inch borders. So these are all perfect for your cards, but also perfect for your scrapbook pages. And some of the more delicate ones you can see come in the cardstock and pop out so that they don't get ruined on their way to you. Then you get some matching twine and 2 different sizes of enamel dots. You get a really cute set of stickers, and then you get loads of fun ephemera with sentiments, little tags. You've got like a little rosette there, nice die cut sentiments, these little banners, some really cute little pieces there for like journaling or whatever. You've got these kind of cute banners as well, and rainbows, loads of hearts. You've got all sorts of fun stuff in here, sunshines, this little cute love. So you can see there's absolutely loads in there. There's actually slightly more than this because I've got some set aside for my cards as well. And it all comes in this little folder, so it's nice to keep together, and then when you get to the end you could always use this as pattern paper as well. So we're going to do some nice quick cards today. The first one's going to be super simple, but they're all going to be pretty quick. So for this one I've just got a white card blank. I've cut my piece of pattern paper 1/4 of an inch smaller. So I'm just going to glue that on. And you can see I'm using the narrower stripe for this card. And then all I've done is chosen a couple of pieces of ephemera, and I'm going to add them to my card with some foam pads. So I've got that rainbow, I've got You're My Rainbow, and then I've got some extra clouds which I thought would look cute, popped up over the rainbow for some extra dimension. So then we've got that really sweet little card with barely any effort. So then for my next card, I'm going to cut some of these clouds out of this piece of cardstock. So then I'm going to cut off this hello here. So then I'm going to glue this piece towards the bottom of my card. So this card is made out of some of that plain coloured cardstock from the kit. And obviously if you're using something from your stash rather than this exact kit, you could always use a piece of pattern paper across here or something similar. And I'm going to trim off the sides. And then I've got a piece of white cardstock that I'm going to pop along the top. This is actually the Kingston Crafts white cardstock. And I've cut that down to 1 3/4 inches by 5.5 inches. And then I've got this slim piece of the teal foil cardstock to go across here. This is also Kingston Crafts. So I've not been asked to make a video for this. I just thought that's a nice kit that I would show you guys. These cards are actually going to be for the Hobbymaker show, which is a craft channel in the UK, where they're going to be selling this. But I thought it'd be nice to do a video on it as well. So then I've just cut this circle from some of the same foil cardstock. I'm using one of those rainbow ephemera and this piece that we cut from the border. So I'm just going to pop these up a bit. So then I'm going to pop these up on foam pads too. And then I'll just cut off that excess from there. And then we've got that cute card done. So then for my next card, I've cut a piece of the purple cardstock and I've cut a frame from it using 2 pierced rectangle dies. And I'm going to use this Happy Birthday from this Everyday Sentiments set from A Pocket Full of Happiness. So I'm just embossing this in white embossing powder at the bottom of here. So then I've got a purple card blank made out of the purple cardstock from the pack. I've cut this stripy piece 1/4 of an inch smaller, and I've used the same rectangle as I used for the centre of this to cut a rectangle out of here. So I'm going to glue those together. So then I'm going to pop the frame up on some foam strips. So then I've got these 3 little ephemera pieces that I'm going to add to the bottom here. And obviously if you're using your own stash rather than this kit, you could make these yourself. And then I'll add some foam pads behind the flowers. And then I'm going to use some of the cute little enamel dots to add centres onto the flowers. Then that's the 3rd card finished. Then for my next card, I'm just going to snip out a few of the suns from this sheet. So I'm going to glue this onto my card blank. So then I'm just going to cut off this bit of excess here. So then I've just selected a few pieces of ephemera and things that I'm just going to lay out and see. But I want the focus to be this, and so I want to create a bow to go over the top of that. So I've just got a bit of purple ribbon from my stash. You could of course use some of the twine that comes with it, but I just wanted the solid purple for this. So I've cut a few strips of the paper from the pack, cut this piece of purple and a couple of pieces of the pattern paper. I'm just going to add some little tag ends into them. Then I'm going to cut these down. And then I'm going to pop all this together. So I like to add on ribbons with glue dots. So I'm going to add that on there. And then I'll add some foam pads to pop that up on this circle. So I've just cut this circle from a piece of the purple cardstock from the paper pack. It's just a pierced circle. So I'm going to add that onto the back of there. So I'm going to position this on here so that I know where I want my kind of tag pieces. then I can glue this on. And then I'm going to tuck this under. And then I'm going to add on these hearts up here as well. And then I think I might finish off by adding some of these enamel dots to the flowers again. And then it's a pretty quick card because you've not had to stamp anything. It's all kind of ephemera and things that are made for you. I think that looks really cute. And then for my final card, I've used the pink cardstock from the pack to make a card blank. Then this piece measures 2 by 5.5 inches and I'm using the smaller side of it. And then I'm going to arrange these pieces from the ephemera pack across the bottom. And then I'm going to add on these little star pieces that are also from the ephemera pack. And then I'm going to just glue this strip of purple cardstock across it. And then I'm going to pop up that big celebrate on foam pads. Then there's that final card finished. So then we've got our 5 really bright, pretty cards for today. I really hope that you enjoyed creating them with me. Please do let me know which is your favourite in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, I'd really appreciate you clicking like below, and you can also press subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. If you press the bell button and select all, then YouTube will also notify you when I've got a new video available. All of the products that I've used for today's cards are listed in the description below, and there's also a link there to my blog where you can find a picture supply list if that helps you find what you're looking for. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.